thinking about what your next career move might be, maybe something where you really feel like you're making a difference.
Yeah, and maybe with, actual chances to grow.
Exactly. If that sounds like you, then you're definitely in the right place. Welcome to this deep dive. Today we're digging into some of the newest and most promising job opportunities popping up right now in the UK care sector.
That's right. We've been looking closely at what's actually out there, trying to give you a real picture of roles that aren't just jobs, but potentially fulfilling careers you can build on.
Consider this your sort of personal guide, to navigate what's happening in UK care work.
Mm-hmm.
And these aren't just made-up examples. We're talking about real advertised jobs.
Yeah, absolutely. Real listings.
Which gives you a proper feel for the landscape. Now, before we jump into the specifics, we really want to thank the people making this deep dive happen. JobsInCare.com.
Ah, yes. JobsInCare.com. They're such a key resource if you're looking for care work anywhere in the UK, really.
Yeah.
It's where all the job details we're discussing today actually come from. And crucially, it's where you can go and, apply directly if something catches your interest.
Absolutely. And the great thing about JobsInCare.com, I find, is that it is dedicated just to care. They get what's important, both for people looking for work and for the employers, too.
Right. It's built to connect good people with, genuinely rewarding opportunities.
And the sheer variety you find on JobsInCare.com is quite something.
It really is. It kind of underlines how dynamic the care sector is in the UK right now. Things are definitely looking up if you're thinking about a long-term career in care.
Okay, so let's get into some of those examples. We've pulled out several roles from JobsInCare.com that show the range of what's available. Let's start in Ayrshire. There's a care assistant role with Bluebird Care.
Right, the Bluebird Care one. What's interesting there is the real focus on empowering people to stay in their own homes, which is obviously great for the clients, but it also makes the job itself quite unique, quite rewarding for the carer, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And beyond that, it looks like Bluebird Care offers pretty solid support things like a company pension, a medical cash plan.
That kind of comprehensive support. It feels like a growing trend, doesn't it? Recognizing the value of care workers more.
I think so, yeah. And for career development.
Ah, yes. They mentioned funded SVQ qualifications. And paid training, too.
Those Scottish vocational qualifications, they're nationally recognized, aren't they?
They are. Shows real investment in staff. Plus, they talk about a supportive team, on-call help during key hours.
Which is reassuring.
And, really important for stability, guaranteed hours. A permanent contract.
Yeah, that focus on proper training and stable jobs like you see with Bluebird Care, it does suggest a move towards maybe more professionalization in the sector, clearer career paths.
Good point. Now, shifting gears slightly, but still found on JobsInCare.com, there's a dental associate position. This one's in Cumbernauld with Envisage Dentistry Group.
Right, showing the breadth, like you said. Not strictly care in the traditional sense, but definitely healthcare.
Wider healthcare spectrum, yeah. And Cumbernauld.
Yeah.
That's pretty accessible, isn't it? Near Glasgow in the Forth Valley.
Yeah, good location. And the benefits they list look quite appealing.
They mention a strong patient base, which is, vital for dentists.
Crucial.
And a supportive team where nurses and support staff handle a lot of the admin. That sounds great. Lets the dentist focus on the actual dentistry.
Exactly. Plus, flexibility with appointments and access to modern tech, like digital scanners. Big pluses in that field.
It's interesting how JobsInCare.com connects people across different healthcare areas, focusing on growth and support.
Mm-hmm. And that competitive pay with the guaranteed top-up during transitions, that offers some real financial security, too.
Okay, back to more direct care roles. We saw a listing for a senior home care worker with day-to-day care. The location wasn't specified right up front, but the message was very much about the impact you can make.
Absolutely. Making a tangible difference, building those meaningful connections with clients. They talk about the work being diverse, engaging.
And professional development, again, ongoing training, vocational qualifications.
Yeah, and I liked their mention of a human rights-based approach. Dignity, choice. That's fundamental, isn't it?
It really is. Now, for anyone near Glasgow, Baillieston Community Care are looking for home support workers.
Ah, yes. They specifically mention wanting people who are passionate, committed to that person-centered approach.
Experience with learning disabilities is a plus, they said, but the focus seems to be on the core values. Suggests they might train the right people.
Seems likely. It highlights those specialisms within care, doesn't it? Learning disabilities require specific skills, dedication.
True.
And they also mentioned relief work options, which is great if you have other things going on but still want to be involved in care.
Good flexibility. And if that Glasgow role sounds interesting, JobsInCare.com has the direct link. It's JobsInCare.com/JFY7ELWD.
Oh, and they even have sample interview questions on the site for that one.
Yeah. How helpful is that? Fantastic prep.
Little things like that make a huge difference when you're applying. Boosts your confidence.
Definitely. Okay, next up, adult care support workers with Abbey Care, GB Ltd. They have multiple locations, so worth checking JobsInCare.com for your area.
Key themes there seem to be promoting choice, dignity, well-being, standard good practice stuff.
And flexible options, part-time, full-time. Again, that person-centered approach, working with families, communities.
Builds that wider support network.
And encouragingly, for people maybe new to care, they really push the training aspect, even if you have no experience.
That's key. Shows it's accessible.
Plus competitive pay, mileage reimbursement, refer a friend scheme, all good stuff.
Yeah, it really shows these places value their staff and the quality of care. The training focus is vital.
My Home Care, Scotland Ltd, are also looking for home care workers.
Yeah.
Again, location wasn't pinned down in the ad we saw, but the focus was on bringing comfort and dignity.
Reliability and dedication are obviously big ones for home care. You need that trust.
Mm-hmm. And they do mention needing a full UK driving license and a car, which makes sense for community work.
Probably essential, yeah.
But they frame it as a really rewarding role, full training, career development. And the first step is just a friendly phone chat.
Oh, that's nice. A bit less intimidating, perhaps.
Exactly. Feels more approachable.
That personal touch early on can really make a difference, make you feel valued.
For sure. Then we saw a team lead role advertised. This was with a private home care organization. Bit more responsibility here.
Right. Holistic personal care, person-centered approach, supporting well-being, dignity, the core elements, but with leadership involved.
And they listed lots of shift patterns, part-time mornings, evenings, full-time weekends, bank relief work, lots of flexibility again.
But for this one, they do specify needing experience, at least 6 months in care and holding or working towards an SVQ level 2 or 3.
Makes sense for a team lead. You need that foundation.
Understandable.
Then there was another private home care group looking for home care support workers. They highlighted flexible hours and, interestingly, being paid for full shifts, all working time included.
Oh, that's a big one, getting paid for the whole shift, not just contact time.
Exactly, a real plus. They also mentioned a supportive team and award-winning training.
Good combination. And it's great they said they value attitude and train people up, whether they're experienced or totally new to care.
Very inclusive approach. Okay, moving into the NHS now.
Mm-hmm.
University Hospital's Sussex NHS Foundation Trust needs a senior healthcare assistant. That's across various sites in West Sussex.
Right. Working in the NHS often means clear pathways for progression.
Mm-hmm. And they list flexible hours, competitive pay, access to things like the Blue Light Card, the Spire for You program.
Good benefits. And, as you expect from a big NHS trust, comprehensive training and development opportunities. Lots of ways to advance your skills.
Plus, the chance for real professional growth and doing really impactful work within, a major healthcare provider.
Definitely a strong opportunity. And again, showing the variety on JobsInCare.com, we even found an admin role clinical administration manager. This was at the heart of Yorkshire Education Group in Leeds.
Yeah. See, it's not just hands-on care. These support roles are crucial too. Bridging care and education here. Permanent contract, competitive salary.
And they mentioned a dynamic environment, collaborative culture. Sounds quite appealing.
Plus good benefits, generous leave, pension scheme, perks like discounted travel cards, gym memberships.
Right. So this would suit someone with strong organizing skills, planning, IT skills, looking to support that side of healthcare.
Exactly. Then back to the NHS Scotland, specifically Lanarkshire. They're recruiting a domestic assistant for North and South Lanarkshire sites.
Again, not direct patient care, but absolutely vital for a safe, clean hospital environment.
Totally. They frame it as meaningful work within patient care, supportive environment, chances for career development within the NHS.
Flexible part-time hours too, which is a plus. And the usual NHS benefits: pension, sick pay, occupational health support, counseling services.
And importantly, full on-the-job training is provided.
Good to know. Also in Scotland, NHS Greater Glasgow and Clyde are looking for a medical secretary, surgery and anesthetics department in Glasgow.
Part-time, permanent, flexible hours, providing that key admin support to consultants.
Yeah, these roles are the backbone, really. Need good organization, communication, IT skills, and obviously confidentiality is key.
Very true. And they highlighted the supportive, inclusive environment there, too.
Staying with NHS Greater Glasgow and Clyde, they also need porters.
Ah, porters. Often overlooked, but so essential for a hospital running smoothly. Big impact on patient experience.
Definitely. You need to be physically fit, have good customer service skills, be a team player, communicate well, reliable too.
And know your health and safety manual handling techniques. It's demanding.
It is. Requires physical ability and good people skills in a very busy place.
NHS Lanarkshire again, this time in Airdrie, looking for healthcare assistance.
Right. HCA roles. Great way to start or grow a direct patient care career. They mentioned professional development, supportive environment, access to occupational health, counseling.
The role itself involves routine personal care, assisting with examinations, all under supervision from nurses or clinicians.
Hands-on work, directly helping patients. Clear path into nursing, if that's the goal.
And NHS Greater Glasgow and Clyde. More medical secretary roles available too.
Same key skills needed. Organization, communication, computer literacy, typing, attention to detail, confidentiality awareness.
And again, those attractive NHS benefits. Annual leave, pension, sick pay, good stability.
Yeah, very solid package.
Now, just to show the reach of JobsInCare.com, we saw a couple slightly further afield. Biven University Health Board needs a pharmacy technician. That's at the Royal Grant Hospital.
Right, split role apparently between clinical services and procurement.
Full-time. Dispensing, buying medicines, educating patients.
Yeah.
Looks varied.
And again, supportive environment, professional development, flexible working options mentioned. Shows the range of healthcare roles listed, doesn't it?
It really does. Similarly, Cheshire and World Partnership NHS Foundation Trust is looking for a clinical psychologist in East Cheshire, working with a learning disabilities community team.
Oh, and they're offering a generous relocation package for that one.
That's a big incentive.
Yeah. Specialized role, needing therapeutic and research skills, working in a multidisciplinary team, opportunities for quality improvement, research. Sounds high level. CQC recognition mentioned too.
Definitely a significant role. Okay, back to England. The Fremantle Trust in West Hove is after a healthcare assistant.
They mentioned competitive pay, enhanced rates for weekends and bank holidays. Always good to see.
And perks like mileage reimbursement, refer a friend bonus.
Plus flexible hours, comprehensive training, supportive team, ticking a lot of boxes for HCAs.
Seems like a welcoming place, whether you're experienced or new. Then Cinnamon Care Collection in Bexhill-on-Sea needs a care coordinator.
Right, for a residential and dementia care home described as luxurious, permanent role, competitive salary, ensuring high standards there.
Working in a specialized home like that must be quite rewarding, focusing on specific resident needs.
I'd imagine so, yeah. High quality setting, chance to really make a difference.
Home Life Carers Ltd in Worthing are looking for a support worker. This is specific, assisting a male client with a spinal cord injury at home.
So personal care, mobility support, daily tasks, companionship.
And interestingly, they mentioned that an interest in Brazilian culture or knowing some Portuguese would be a bonus.
Oh, wow. That really highlights the person-centered aspect, doesn't it? Tailoring support to individual needs and background, flexible shifts, competitive pay, too.
Really specific, yeah.
Yeah.
And finally, Tip Top Job has a listing for a learning support worker near Horsham, supporting autistic adults at a day center.
Sounds very rewarding. Working in a compassionate team, competitive salary, even a joining bonus mentioned.
Flexible hours, part-time available, comprehensive training.
Yeah, another role making a real positive impact, supporting people with specific needs in a day center setting.
So look, these are just, a snapshot really. A few examples. JobsInCare.com has so many more opportunities across the UK right now.
Absolutely. It's clear the outlook for developing a career in care is really positive. Huge variety of roles, matching all sorts of skills and interests.
The demand is definitely there, isn't it? For committed, compassionate people.
It really is. And platforms like JobsInCare.com just make it so much easier to find that ideal role and, start building that rewarding career.
So if any of these roles we've talked about today sparked your interest, or if you're just generally curious about what's out there in the UK care sector,
go take a look.
Yeah, definitely visit JobsInCare.com. It's the place to explore everything in more detail and, take that next step on your career journey.
And huge thanks again to JobsInCare.com for sponsoring this deep dive. Their platform is genuinely such a valuable resource for connecting good people with meaningful work in care across the UK.
Absolutely. Ultimately, working in care, it's about making that real difference, isn't it? And by exploring what's available right now on JobsInCare.com, you might just find a career path that's truly fulfilling and really impactful for you. the opportunities are there.
Definitely worth exploring.